We'll carry on. Okay, so good evening, everybody. So excited. Tonight, it is Monday. Gosh, already we are on the 18th of November, and we're week 7 out of 12 of our sponsoring calls, training Zooms. And tonight specifically, I felt some of us went to Fraser Brooks at the weekend, the Success Summit number 3. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Now, if you've all read GoPro Eric Worre, in fact, Knowledgeful King was selling these books at £5 there. You will know that skill set number 7 is going to events. And can't emphasize the power of plugging in, okay? And also, Eric Worre suggests that you go to 2 events outside of your company a year as well, because it grows you in other ways as well. So I must admit, being at this international weekend training you had people from Iceland, even training on stage, Portugal, Czech Republic, Hungary, you had, Germany, France, Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, America, Canada, Thailand as well. There were people from all over the world, very respectful of each other. You know, everyone's in multi-level marketing, so we're network marketers and we're proud professionals. So nobody was to talk to anybody about what company you were with. It was just a matter of getting together in the same industry and profession and really learning a lot. So our first trainer, we have 6 trainers tonight. A very huge warm welcome to Lucy Woodward. She is a beautiful soul who really has jumped all in her Arbonne business, and she went area this year, and just love Lucy. She is full of life, vitality, and hungry, as Nikki, to learn more, do more, and be more. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Lucy, if you can unmute yourself, and we have 10 minutes to hear her top tips from the weekend.
Hiya everyone. Oh wow, what a great weekend. I have to say thank you to Fiona, because I was very much like, oh, I don't think I can afford it. I was making up all these excuses, and it just shows what a great leader Fiona is. She was like, no, there's your ticket, done deal. So I'm truly grateful. So lots of things gave me these bingo moments, but the one thing I wanted to talk about, and I say this out of love, and I am so guilty of this as well, so don't think I'm like telling you off, I just want you all to succeed, was Christian Kirk Johnson? Probably haven't said that right. Anyway, and he's all about mindset. He's DSA Mentor of the Year, and he was all talking about how success is a state of mind, which just really struck a chord with me. And we really need to protect what we're doing. So, and he said this really good cycle that I will put on the Do More, like it goes, what words are you telling yourself? What thoughts are then come in? And what feelings do those thoughts and words like mean to you? And then these feelings are then going to affect our actions, what we're doing. Are we doing work? Are we not doing work? Because of what we're thinking and what we're telling ourselves. And with action, you're going to get results. We all know this. If we work our business, we're going to see the results. And then that way we're going to succeed as well. And success is a choice. We all know this. And one of the best things he said was, a mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. And how true is that? It was just one of the things that blew my mind. So he talked about just having 20 minutes a day to listen, read something positive. And it was really good how he explained this. So if we're not doing those 20 minutes of something positive, we're not really helping with our mindset, our self-development, or our growth. And he said it's like, well, he did like, I think it was juice or something, but we're going to use protein shake. It's like this. Can you see through it? No. He was like, you're not doing anything for yourself at all to help. But he says when you're spending those 20 minutes, it just has to be, it could be something on YouTube, just listening to positivity or doing some positive self-development, reading a positive book. It's like looking through water. We can see through it. And I just thought, such a good way to explain it. And it's so true as well. Right, but this is a thing that really, really got to me. And I say this out of love because I know since going area, I've been really guilty of this myself. Like, you've got to all get off your arse. Like, I'm sorry, but you really, really have. And this has really, really pushed me today. Okay, so we've all got to remember to fall in love with no. How many times have we heard that? So many times, but do we actually listen? Probably not. Are you really working the business, or are you playing with it? Are you thinking, oh, I'll just sell a few bits here, I'll do a few parties, oh, I might do my trackers sometimes, or are you actually all in? You're doing your miracle morning, you're doing your self-development, everything you need to be doing, following the tracker and doing your daily method of operation every single day. Like, hands up, like, I know I was not doing that. Like, I was so bad since I've got to area. I thought, yeah, I've got to area, like, woo, yeah. Lucy, that's not going to help your business grow. You're not going to succeed. And what example am I setting to the rest of my team? Now I finally got a team. I'm not protecting them, and I'm not projecting the right message at all. So that really was like, right, come on. I needed that harsh love, like, get off my arse and like get doing what I know I should be doing. So, and I loved how he finished as well, saying the road to success is always under construction. And I think that really hit me because, yes, I got to area, amazing, but I kind of then thought, oh, that's my road built, like, I've got to area, that's fine. But it's not. What's the next road we're going to build? We've got to maintain area, we're going to bonus area, like, there's so much to do. Like, I know myself, I need to work on my sponsoring, which I have been doing. And these weekly calls have been amazing for that. But I need to stop, like, telling myself all these negative thoughts and believing in them and really go all out. So I've been doing my miracle morning for, I think, 2 weeks now. Amazing. I can see such a difference in myself already, just having that discipline to get up. And I don't care what any of you say. Like, I've got mental health. I know how tough it is to get up in the mornings. You need to do it. Like, you need to have that. Whether, I talked about it earlier, whether you need to be having some treats throughout the day to be getting you going to bed earlier, you need to be getting up and giving yourself that start in the morning, that positive start to get going. Okay, I hope I've got a bit of time. I just wanted to add a few more bits. So with this whole thing of getting off your arse, they had the My Pro Planner, which was absolutely amazing. And this year they've changed it. So I love every single day. You've got time to remember to eat. You've got your prospect bit down here. I will post it. I really recommend getting one of these this year because you're going to have everything in your diary. You're going to have a week to view. You can see what you're doing. But also they did a set, and this is really good. It is a prospecting pro. So as you can see, I've actually done what I said I was going to do. I've started with my numbers every day. I'm going for 4 numbers a day. And you literally write in the name of who you've contacted, when you've contacted them, the date when you've sent it, the follow-up, and any notes. Like, I know for me, I have notebooks everywhere. This is going to be something that's dedicated just to that. And they also have so many other things, like they have a notebook included. They have a journal. All trainings are going to be in this journal, so I know where they are. Gratitudes. I need a book just for gratitudes because doing Miracle Morning, I write it in my pad with my to-do list and it's not making that commitment. And then you get an extra one. So for me, that was a real big, like, come on, Lucy, I needed that kick. So I hope, I say it out of love, I don't mean, and I am guilty myself. And I am now being accountable. I've joined with Emma Stevenson. We have become accountability partners. I am messaging my upline, Jade Brimfield, every single evening with what I've done that day because I know I need to be kept accountable. And I think we can all say we all do as well, because we all have those moments. So thank you. I'll hand back.
Yay, Lucy, I love it. I love it. And you did. Lucy was the one who was a bit like not sure, and I had a ticket there and I just put it in her hands and said, you're coming. We'll work out a way how you can pay later. But right now, you are coming. And she did. And I think it was the best thing for you, Lucy, because wow, you are on a mission. And if you want to be the best, you learn from the best. So for example, this was me. This is my 2020. Okay. And what I do, I code. Parties are pink, Zooms are yellow, and live days and get-togethers, healthy lunches is in purple. So that was me last year. I've bought the one for this year, like Lucy said. I've also bought the prospecting pad. So if you want to become the best, you learn from the best to be the best. So well done, Lucy. So we are just training you action-based too. Bang. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, cool. Right, next we have the gorgeous. So Lucy, if you can mute yourself, she's already done it. She's that good. So Simone Knight, can you unmute yourself? I haven't actually seen her. She is our second trainer tonight. Are you there, Simone? No. Okay, we can come if she gets back on, or we can have her back on later. So then I'm going to move to our third trainer, the gorgeous Monica Todd. Monica has flown into Arbonne. She went DM Qual her first month. She completed district her second month. She did her DM bonus last month, as well as going to area Qual, and she will complete area manager this month. So let's get over to the one and only phenomenal, sensational Monica Todd.
Hello, hello. Just a second, because my dog decided to open the door. Right. Sorry, I'm back. Right. I think my best, the event hall was amazing. And I think going to those events is so important, because often we think it's like, oh, it's a weekend, you know, it's a family weekend and we don't want to give up our time. And I get that I've got a young family. But if we're thinking business, if we're actually doing the business, those events gives you the power and a kick up your butt to get things moving. And being there with the team, that's another great thing. The biggest takeaways from me, I mean, there was plenty of it. I actually crossed out a few that already been said. But I will focus on a few things. One of them is about the importance of the soil around us. And Fraser mentioned about that. No matter how incredible seed we have, and seed means us, if the seed is put in a bad soil, meaning bad environment, negative people, it's just not going to grow. But if the seed is put in the right environment, it's going to flourish. And I think we should be grateful for the team we have, which is our soul, basically. And the biggest thing, I think what's important and what got me where I am now is the energy. And that has been mentioned actually by a few speakers, one of them being James Lavelle. Yes, which we all, I think, got pictures with. But he put so much emphasis on energy, and we yet also sometimes forget about it. Mindset, everything, we all talk about it. The energy is so key to keep us going, because energy speaks before we speak. And that is how we're going to attract the other person who's got the same energy. And we want in our team those people with the high energy that will keep going and going. And we need to create the energy around us. It is our responsibility. We need to protect it, and then we need to share it with our team. And he did mention about something that we can all do. So think about things that actually are distractions for you, that take away your good energy. Think about people, places, or things that kind of detract you from your energy, and write them down and eliminate or try to avoid. Pick 5 things that you commit you're going to avoid or minimize. Whether it's a place you don't like, whether it's people who you need to either remove from your friends on the Facebook. I'm not saying just completely cut off, but think about those 5 things. And on the other hand, think about 5 things that actually pick you up, that give you the boost of energy. Person, is there someone who actually you're around, and whenever you are with them, you've got that energy boost. Places, things, and actually make an effort to prioritize those things. If there is a certain place that actually you are so creative when you go to that place, or there is a park, anything, but think about, again, 5 things that can give you the energy boost and prioritize them. And the thing is with the energy, and he did say about the energy hacks, which we all know about, the gratitude, the affirmation, writing down your wins as well. Don't forget about those. We can write the gratitude, but also write the things, daily things you have done that were your wins, no matter how small. But sometimes we see the bad things, that we failed to contact 4 people, or we failed to make 1,000 QVs today, whatever it is. But actually, what have we done? And focus on the wins, because that will raise your energy as well. An important thing with your body. And I think within our team, we all know that we have to do it. And with the energy, we create that momentum. And it's about creating momentum yourself, because when you create momentum, your team sees it, and your team creates momentum. And it's like a never-ending circle. What he also said, which was brilliant, doubt takes you out of action, but action takes you out of doubt. So actually, again, energy, taking action, and success is our own responsibility and our duty. That was probably the energy thing. It was probably the biggest thing for me, keeping that energy going. And there was another person who did talk about energy, which was one of the trail during social media sprint, not surprisingly, a Polish lady. Now, her name is Julita Habet. Now, I have now stalked her online. I'm following her and seeing actually what she's doing, which is quite useful. It is all in Polish, but it gives me I will share with you what I kind of see. But what she was saying, so she was doing training about Instagram. And I mean, yes, daily posting and things that we all know about it, the power of stories. Now, what she said and what she focused on is about the speed. Success loves speed. And if we want to get where we want to be quick, we need to acknowledge that and take action as well. She did actually say 10, 20 stories a day. And I was just like, ooh, that's quite heavy. But that, if you follow her, she actually does post a lot of stories. And that can help you with organic reach. Now, in terms of stories, don't overload it with the product and promotions, because that sometimes we can be guilty of, because we can share the images we made with the promotional stuff, which is absolutely brilliant because it helps all of us. But it's about promoting us, our personal brand, because why would someone join our team? They want to join because of us. So in her stories, she was focusing on just showing the lifestyle, showing sense of humor as well, and make sure the ratio of the product versus you, and a little bit about probably 80-20% ratio. And collaboration on Instagram, not on collaboration between us, when we are with someone, tagging another person, asking your customers to share stories and tag you on it as well. Collaboration with other network marketers, not necessarily the network marketers who go skincare products in our case, but with others that we do share. Some of them buy something from us, we buy something from them, and actually they can tag you, we can tag them, and it's vice versa. Use the collaboration, something that I actually haven't heard a lot before, but it's quite powerful on Instagram. And use the advertising if you want to speed up the process. Now, advertising can be scary because we often hear that, Boost doesn't work, or advertising on Facebook doesn't work. I have done it, not with the Arbonne business, with the coaching business. So I can actually dig into more details another time. in terms of advertising, and I can, whoever wants to kind of know a little bit more about it, I'm more than happy to either do next year at some point training about it. But I have done advertising, and if it's done correctly, it does work, and my spend is minimal, and yet it brings the action. So again, it's about the speed and not being afraid of doing that. Just one more thing I'm going to add. Now, this is a very practical thing mentioned by Tom Chenault, if I say his name correctly. I mean, I'm sure someone will say a lot about him, but I've downloaded an app which he mentioned, and it's app called Contact Mapping. Now, basically, in that app, you put the name of your contact. You can make a picture. Well, not make a picture, I think, at the appointment, but put a picture maybe from Insta, so you know how the person looks like when you met and what you've done. And actually, if someone likes to keep stuff on the phone, if you don't have your prospecting part with you, it's a good way of keeping, not forgetting, you know, what you've talked about, putting a note about the person's story. If you building a relationship with someone, and if someone talks about their personal life, make a note of it after, not during the meeting, but after. And it's a perfect app to kind of it's on your phone. It's great, brilliant, and it's there. So it's just a bit of a practical thing. But I think the energy bit and success loves speed. Success is your duty. That's two most important things.
Yay, Monica! Ooh, 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 ooh. You have to be there to know what that is. And can I just say, the Portuguese, they don't, we clap and cheer, they go, Soo, Soo. So when there's 50 Portuguese, you think they're booing. No, they're Soo, S-O-O, Soo. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So, perfect. Thank you so much. That Contact app is amazing, guys. Certainly download that and start using that, utilizing that to your advantage. Fantastic, Monica. Okay, so Simone is on. I'm going to ask you, my lovely, to step up and be our next trainer. Super excited, this gorgeous lady, to hear what you have to share with us. Over to you.
Hey, I'm so sorry you're coming on late. I was too busy tracking upstairs. So sorry about that. But yes, so this weekend I have learned so much. I found the summit was like a bit of a fine tooth comb of where I was doing well in my Arbonne business, where I was could be improving. It was like fine tooth combing everything, and it brought everything to light. But I've got so many notes. Those who know me, I love pens and highlighters and stuff. So I'll just go for what they call your bingo moments in the event. So anytime we would call it in Arbonne our light bulb moment, but anytime you would have one of those, you would shout bingo in the actual summit. So mine was re-establishing really that I am a lifer in Arbonne. I know I'm in the right place at the right time, and how to continue and building your belief in your company with Arbonne was one, be the product of the product. Two, always be in contact with your upline via text, Zoom, calls, always having that contact. Three, get to every Arbonne event, every DA, GTC, AAC. I got a smack on the hand for GTC because I was late, so I am on the waiting list. But be at every Arbonne event. Just keep that fire burning in you, that connection with Arbonne. 4, get a new PC or customer every month, at least one. 5, a new IC every month. And 4, hearing your CEO or your founder speak, hearing their passion. And I think being at the incentive meal, obviously I've never met Petter, but hearing Stacey talk about Petter, and I feel like I'm getting to know him as well as she did, knowing how they were on a personal level, what he would do. And that just brings the love that I have for Arbonne, because that's why I joined Arbonne in the first place, for that community. And Danny said this before, even Fiona, we are like a military family. We don't matter sideline, upline, we are together. So that always connecting and building your belief in Arbonne is very important. And how to do that is them 6 points there, and just to keep going with it. Another one, like Monica just mentioned about stories, but I kept hearing the word add value. But me being Square, what do you mean by value? So for your stories, the values, what you could do is documenting your 30 days, or documenting how you make a fizz stick, or documenting on your testimonial something that you've used, put it on your stories. That's adding value. You're not like selling or shoving the product down someone's throat. You're giving your honest and genuine review of the product. So, and that, like I said, going back to that, it's being a user of the product of being a product of the product. You can also, any book that you're reading. So I grabbed this one at this Success Summit. This is A Slight Edge. And basically, it's so far that I've got from it is that it's a bit of a compound effect. So small changes create big changes, big things that can change and improve your life. So you could do a chapter of that, say, for example, and then on your stories, you would give your review. You're adding value. That's when you get the whole attraction marketing, seeing that you are positive, that you are ambitious, that you're passionate about your product, about your business. That's how you draw people to yourself. Also, another one for me was tracking my numbers. Hashtag do the tracker, basically, is actually what I wrote next to it. But actually knowing your numbers. Now, I know that I know the compensation a little bit, but I wouldn't say I'll know exactly how much I'm going to get paid on that product or that product. So I need to go back and read the success plan, know that inside out, read your page a day or whatever level you're at, read that, master that, read the next one. So I need to master my numbers. So track everything. I did buy a progress pad, which basically something that Emma Cooper, I believe, did training on, where she said the follow-ups in the follow-up. So the gold is in the follow-up, which comes from Eric Worre's GoPro, a must read as well. I had that in audio, read and listened to that in the car. And when to follow up. So after you've done your ask, the first follow-up would be 2 to 4 days after the ask. After that, it's 30 days. After that, it's 3 months. After that, it's 6 months. After that, it's 12 months. Because some people in Arbonne do need more exposures than others. Some people took a year. Some people took a day, a week. Some people took 4 years. So, and I'm able to now track my numbers on when, and there's dates in there, so I can go back and really know my numbers, know where I'm at around business. I'm taking more control of it, being more, so I'm not all over the place or pads and things, even though I am a square. I think I'm slightly circle as well. But I would say no, with that, I'm able to be everything in line. I know where I'm at. And if someone says, how many DAs did you do this week? Boom, I know. How many asks did you do? That's it. We are doing the 3 tiers. If any of you are in the get off your ass group, but that one, what is it? Gope? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Goya. That's how you say it. So that's the group that I'm in. So we're doing the actual 3 tiers and going back to that. So I'm going to do that. That also gives you an idea whether you are a person that's direct messaging or whether you're a friendship messenger. So that determines and gives you an idea of how you are personally and how you want to move forward in your business as well. I'm sure other people have gone over these, but my favorite quote was, the best soil grows the biggest tree. And we come from good roots. Arbonne stands for beautiful tree, right? So, and we are, I just love the Arbonne family. I've seen, even though we were surrounded by other network marketers and things, I just know that we're in the right place and we are in good soil, and we all, with being lifers, we can all grow into big nations, big trees, and glorious and healthy. We're going to look amazing in 10 years' time, ladies and gents, guys. But yes, thank you.
I love it, Simone. Yay! Oh my gosh. How professional is everyone tonight, guys? You have got such good quality to share with both our nations. Just so like specific and like really getting the point across. I love it. You guys are all amazing. Well done, Simone. I can feel your passion, and you are growing as a beautiful tree as well. I can see it in front of my eyes. I love watching people flourish and grow. So we are back on track. Thanks, guys, for keeping within the 10 minutes as well. I really appreciate that. So number 4 trainer tonight is the one man who is there, always looking out for us, always making sure that, you know what, we're safe when we're going. We went out to the Fizz Club on Saturday night, and he is the one who makes sure that we get back to our cars. Just got the biggest heart out of anyone I know. So I'm going to ask our next trainer, Gazbon. Over to you, my lovely.
Wow, you're really making me blush now, Fiona. Wow. Oh, wow. There is so much to go over, and a lot of it's going to be repeated, and a lot of it you have going to have been heard before, because a lot of what was said is what we say to everyone every day in every single training. But going back to the soil comment, me and Fiona were talking when we were out and about, and we are the flourish soil, the soil that lets everyone flourish, especially in our nation. We will give our energy out and make everybody grow. Right. I've written some notes down here to go over. So, you only know your true value when you're in the right environment. And that is so true, especially with Arbonne, because we actually look after each other so much, and especially in our nation as well. We are so positive and back each other up in every corner that we can. And that is absolutely brilliant. And it's changed me for the better a hell of a lot. And my next point is to become the true you. Now, a lot of people, because the way we're brought up, and the environments that we're in, people just aren't their true selves. Now that takes a lot of going around Arbonne people. You will soon become your true self, because you can't do anything but. Because when you're around such powerful people, and people with such love and such big hearts, that it's easy enough for you to come out of your shell, become the right person, find yourself doing these trainings. I think I did my training in like a couple of weeks. I was on a call and I was just like, yeah, that's fine, let's do it. And now being back on here with only, I think you texted me a couple of hours ago, and I was like, yep, no, come on then, let's do it. Let's get on there and do it. Yeah, so become the true you. Define your story. I mean, I tell my story, now I've been telling my story, but there's a lot more to my story that I haven't told. And that's going to start coming out now, and I do plan on telling my proper story at the next DA on Thursday night. I'm not going to go into it now because I won't have time, but take your pain and turn it into a purpose. People will be attracted to you if they know they've gone through the same situations. Everyone's got a painful story, a history. Maybe they haven't, but when they see your passion and your power, they will come to you. So share it, add value to someone, and as I said, they will come to you. James Lovell, which is the one man we've all spoke about, who spoke about his energy, and his energy is your superpower. Now, I absolutely love this. This is the one speaker when he first come on that I just started writing everything down. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. He just spoke from his heart, and it just connected with everybody. One of his sayings was, if the king or queen doesn't eat first, the kingdom falls. Now, that's not looking after Fiona and Danny, who are the queens of our nation. That is looking after yourself. You are the queen or king of your nation. Look after yourself, feed yourself, get your energy right, and then go out and share that with other people. As we said there, make sure you know what detracts from your energy. As Monica said, places, people, and things. Make a list, get them all down, but then also make the list and make it a priority of the 5 things that gives you power. Now, with that, that's me and Arbonne. I mean, I love going to my DAs and going to events. Whether you come to the big events on the weekend like we've just done or not, get yourself to DA. I think it was Fraser that said get to one DA a month, which, to be honest, no, I would go to a lot more than that. I find myself going to at least 2 or 3 DAs, plus being on every Monday night call, just to get that power, get your battery recharged, and then that love comes out, and you'll be surprised what the power of events are, and that this is an event, and you'll get the power from that, and then you'll be able to move on. But get your team to an event as well, and even if you're a team of 1 like me, get down there, because the camaraderie and the family that we are, we all look after each other, we all have a good time, we all have a good laugh, and we all bond even stronger. I mean, our bond is even stronger now than it ever has been, because we've been around and we've gone to these things and we've enjoyed nights out and we've enjoyed laughs. I know mine and Danny's Instagram story was going a bit mental on Jen on day 2 because she was late and she never is. So we took great advantage of that and had a great time doing it. And even Fraser's seen that now, which is immense, and he loves that as well. So yeah, have a laugh. Don't be too serious all the time, because if you are too serious, it will affect your energy and people will move away from that. Because if you're being too serious all the time, you're not giving your full energy out. Yes, Serena, yeah, well, I've lost myself now. Successful people do the basics better and more often. That's all it is. I mean, Fiona's sat there and she's been doing the basics for 11 years now, and then she's our leader. Danny's been doing it for, you're touching 5 years now, aren't you, Danny? Yeah. She's been doing the basics and did the basics hard and went at it, and then was in region by 11 months. She just does the basics better, and that's all it comes down to. And yeah, make sure, even whether you feel that you're not comfortable, make sure that you're at the front and giving the information out. Become like the teacher of the class and imparting your wisdom and your knowledge and the information onto people. Don't tell them about, don't shout at them, don't try and push products on them or anything like that. Actually give them the information, and then they can make their own mind up. And obviously get the products out there, because they will make their mind up, because they are amazing, and make sure you are using the products as well. There was one saying that I made up myself after one guy was talking, and it was like, it actually just came to me, this one. It said, it's what I said to myself: empower people and you will be powerful. Okay, so if you empower people, they will gravitate to you. And that comes from people in our team, that comes from people that don't know us. If you are the powerful person and giving away your energy, you will be surprised how many people will gravitate to you. And with that, I'm going to do a quick little something that I want you all to take part in, because I'm sure, like me, you've had your internet browser open for the past 4 or 5 hours and got nowhere. So that has actually sucked everybody's energy. And I know it has, because you're all sat there with a face on you and it's like, no, okay, yeah. Oh. I mean, I've got 3 boxes of fizz in the past 5 hours, and I'm like, that's just ridiculous. I wanted all my protein and everything else. So this happened a lot over the weekend, and it was to pick our energy up. People realized they thought they were doing it for a t-shirt, but it was really to keep the energy in the room high. So everybody get up on your feet. Come on. Up. Up. Lovely. I best get up myself. Right, now just dance around like an absolute maniac, and you'll see how much your energy changes. And you can do it to this song, don't worry. I love it. I love to see everyone on the page dancing away anyway. Who's speaking next? I hope that is give you a speak with your heart. That's me done.
Woo! 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 Well done, Gaspon. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Woo! Anybody else a little bit out of breath? Oh, amazing, pumped up energy. What a great song as well. I could have just danced the rest of the night away with that song. I love that song. Good choice. Okay, so
that's a remix version I found as well.
Yeah, I like that. That was really upbeat. That was cool. All right, Gaz is taking his kit off. Carry on. Okay, so we have got number 5 trainer, and you know what I did? I texted everybody. I messaged all these trainers have stepped up. So I like to do things with speed. So they all got a text after or a message after 5 p.m. today going, hey, do you know what? Would you? And all of them got back and all of them said yes. And that's what Richard Branson says. Say yes and then figure out afterwards how to do it. So exceptional training. Thank you so much. Our 5th trainer is Leslie Hughes. Gorgeous Leslie, who she joined in her first week. She'd been in R1 for 1 week, came to AAC, came and stayed with people she had never met before in our team, has embraced our culture. She also then said, I had a spare ticket running for this event, and Leslie was straight away, yes, I'll come. So this girl knows how to get to events and to show up. So over to you, lovely Leslie. I'm going to get you to unmute and train us all. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Leslie and I'm a recovering people pleaser. Woo! Aren't we all? Yeah. Okay, so something we learn and something Fraser was saying is, you know, we're recovering people pleasers, most of us, and them no's hurt really bad, don't they, when you're a people pleaser, because all you want to do is make people happy. So it's taken me a few weeks to really get used to it, but the deafening silence of people has really made me realise that I am a recovering people pleaser. So some of my big takeaways we've mentioned from some of the others was you only know your true worth in the right environment, aka the soil. I know I'm in the right soil here. I don't know about you guys, but most of the time I've always felt like I'm completely in the wrong place. I've got too much energy, I want to give too much, and everyone goes, no, 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 don't do it. But here we can give to each other, we support each other, and everybody does that same thing, and I love it. And I really feel like I've come home. So anybody new to this business, honestly, you are in the right place. Stay here, this soil will make you flourish, like the others have said. So the other speaker that really spoke to me, I think, this weekend was Peter Sage, and he was very much on the mindset. So become the secret agent of change, be a mirror for others. And we are the secret agents of change because what we have to offer here as a business and in our products do change people's lives. We have people's lives in our hands, and we need to be a mirror for that. So we need to show them the way. It's not going to be easy. We need to take them step by step from Loserville over to the positive island, okay, to sit with our pina coladas, as Fraser put it. Oh, was it Fraser who did that? Yeah. Going across the bridge, and it's not quick and it's not easy, and sometimes we have to go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and anyone building a team will know this feeling of trying to help them, you know, get over being that people pleaser. The other thing was but fears not faced become our limits. Okay, so if we can't face our fears, being a people pleaser is one of them. You know, we've got that fear of upsetting people. If we can't overcome that, then it is going to limit us. And I you know, I'm guilty of that. I'm sure many of you others have been guilty of that as well. But you've just got to, you know, work through it, work with your sponsor, work with your upline in helping you to face them fears. There are ways to work around them. The other thing, I think it was Lucy said, tracking. Yes, tracking. Oh my God, this is my biggest downfall. And I don't know why, because normally I'm such a planner. And I would say, you know, yeah, I'm a really busy person, but there's no excuse. I should be tracking properly. If I was tracking properly, I'd know where I was right now. So this morning I started my tracker. Woohoo! Yay! Get in there! Woo! Because I am going to make my numbers. The other thing is to know your numbers. I know a few of the others mentioned, one of the speakers talked about doing 2 one day, then the next day doing 4, and then 8, and keep doubling the numbers, but remembering to go back and follow up with where you started from. And you'll get to a point where it's like, that's too many, I can't cope with that. So you'll go back again, and then you'll try again, and you'll find your limits of how many people you can message. Now, I started with 2 this morning, tomorrow it'll be 4. Okay, so just keep trying that, build on it. Okay. I sat and wrote out, and I'll read it to you, what I put in my messages. Now I've only just started Instagram, and I've got about 101 followers. I could probably say about 10 of them are other Arbonne consultants. So I've probably got about, 90, 91. I'm going to see how many numbers I can get down, because it's about how many no's, how many numbers I can get down from that 91 by just messaging them a very simple message. Hi, whatever the name is. I hope you had a fab weekend. You may or may not know, I have recently set up a new business and was wondering if you would be interested in taking a look at the products. The products are vegan, kosher and cruelty free. If there is anything that you're interested in trialing, please just ask. If you could let me know either way, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for all your help and support. Have the best day, Leslie. Simple, okay? Just very simple. Doesn't have to be over. We don't want to be a Spamela Anderson. We heard of a few of them, didn't we? We don't be spamming everybody, sending them lots of, links and, everything in one go. Let's just ask them, but easily give them an out. I think Emma mentioned it, and maybe a couple of others, about giving the easy out for people. So we can get to that no quicker, but we don't have to do it in a kind of belligerent way. Okay, so know your numbers. A few people have mentioned James Lavelle and his energy. That also really resonates with me. I love the energy. Having that energy, that enthusiasm for the products, and anyone who's used them or done the 30 days, that energy that you feel, that you feed on, the energy you get when you're in the room with all these beautiful consultants that are in our team, feed on that, take that and share it with people, because it's magical. Honestly, it is magic. And just being able to share that energy with somebody else who's maybe having a bad day. How are you so positive? How are you so full of energy? Well, I've got magic soil. That's what I've got. And I'm growing because I'm in magic soil and I'm around magic soil. So as Gaz said, go to the DMs, go to the events. The events are amazing. Block it out in your diary. I've got it blocked out in mine. I work a full-time job. I've got my own business alongside this. I'm a mum, a single mum, and I'm trying to grow an Arbonne business. If you want something done, ask a busy person, yeah? There's no excuses. We've got this, yeah? So you can do it. As Lucy said, the miracle mornings, getting up a bit earlier. It's not easy. No, it's dark in this weather, and it's like, oh, it's windy and rainy. But what do we want to do? Do we want to succeed? And do we want to prove them naysayers wrong? Or do we just want to sit there and just think about it? Think about the nice things. Or do we want to do something about it? So let's do something about it. And Gaz, thank you for the dance. It really did cheer me up. I had been sat there waiting, trying to buy for quite some time. But yeah, and thank you to Fiona and everybody who came along, because you know what, I love being around your energy. It always makes me feel amazing. And when I go back into the office in the morning, people think I've been on drugs because I'm just bouncing and dancing around everywhere. They're like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, my magic soul, I'm all good. So thank you, Fiona.
Yay! Thank you, Leslie. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love it. Love it. Gosh, we're going to take over the world if we don't human combust, first of all, which isn't happening. So we have to take over the world. So you can make excuses. You can make money in this business, but you can't make both. So choose one or the other, right? What do you want? It's you can achieve this. And I love coming back to value, the seed, the magic soil, all of that, guys, is where we are at, and excited for the future. So thank you very much, Leslie. Our last trainer, we've got 9 minutes to go. Everyone's been incredible. Andrea Spice. So could you unmute yourself? Beautiful, Andrea. And Andrea was the one who she organized like all the room accommodation, and she's just great. The meal that we all went to, there were 17 of us at the meal at Zizzy's. So this lady is somebody who's always helping this background behind the scenes. So over to you, lovely Andrea Spice.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Fiona, and hello everybody. So I will be brief with my 9 minutes, and as you can probably imagine, a lot of this will be repeated from stuff that you've already heard, because I think we were all in the same room and we all had lots of things that we took away. For me, the number one thing that I got was almost like a reminder. We already know all of this. We just don't always remember that we know it or realise that we know it. And I think sometimes going to these trainings is just the kick up the bum to say, why wasn't I doing that? Oh, I already knew that. You do get good ideas as well, but a lot of it is just the, come on, gut, come on, sort it out. I already know this. So in no particular order, but things that I took away. The first one is, as already said, action creates speed. And it was a lovely little circle. Action creates speed. Speed creates action. Momentum creates excitement. And excitement also creates action. So just take action and implement things. Stop faffing about and farting about and knowing that I'm not the best, you know. And there is some really bad statistics that say that a man will do something if he's 70% confident and he will blag the rest of it. And a woman likes to be high 90s% confident before they will even attempt to do something. And I think we see this in ourselves here. You know, especially when we look at something, I don't know all the products, I couldn't possibly have a party because I can't answer all the questions. We don't need to know everything. We just need to stand there and be the access point, and we can go away, and it's perfectly fine to say, oh, do you know what, I'm going to go away and I'm going to find that out and I'll get back to you. I'm really sorry, I don't know the answer to that. And I think we all have to remember that we aren't the oracle. We don't need to know everything. So one of the other key things that gave me a big key up the bum, which again is something I know, but it doesn't always something that I do, is consistency. We have to be consistent. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I go through weeks of being really good, and then I go through a couple of weeks of being distracted and doing other stuff, and then I'll go through weeks of being good. But I know my weeks of being good, I don't always see instant from my weeks of being good, but I could be good for a couple of weeks, putting my posts up, doing all my communications, and then like on the third week, I might have had been a bit quiet, but then I'm kicking myself because people from my first and second week have been watching me, and then that's when they come back to me. But then I've lost it again because then I'm quiet for a couple of weeks, so I've lost that circle. So I need to keep in that circle of being consistent. Tracking numbers every day. So this comes back to goals and visions. So it says you need to have a goal and you need to have a vision, and you can't pick ones that are easy. So you've got to pick things that are going to challenge you. Goals that are easy are just sometimes your to-do list for, you know, packing on holiday or whatever. So you need to have something that's going to stretch you, not be incredible. You can have stretch goals, but not have things that are too mental, because you want things to be achievable, but you don't want them to be easy. And then don't let your mind be your worst enemy, because you can talk yourself out of your goals and your visions, and just don't do that. So match your work with your vision, which is really important. But then it comes back to the tracking. Now, I found that personally that the tracker that we have didn't motivate me necessarily, because I didn't feel like I had any ownership in it. Because I didn't have any ownership in it, because I was being told you must do 5 of these, you must do 3 of these, you must do 2 of these. So they weren't my goals and my visions. It was what somebody was telling me. So when I used to track my numbers and I used to track my pay, and I had, being the sado that I am, I used to have a little graph, and I would put every month the pay that I had and the QB that I had, and I could see it going up, and I knew when it had gone down. I knew it was happening. I could work out why it had gone down for a month, and I used to do really well, and I used to track it, and I haven't done that in ages, and my output reflects my non-tracking. So yes, we do have our trackers, but I think you have to own what you're tracking rather than just be told what to track, and that's really important to me. Again, successful people just do the basics better. Successful people aren't reinventing new things. They are just repeating, they're consistent, and they're doing it better and better and better. And the more you do something, the better you get. That's with everything in life. So it's exactly the same. So we can all do it. Don't think that there's a pedestal where we can't achieve that. We can. It's just repeating the same thing over and over and over again and getting better at it. So flying through it so more. One of my biggest fear is the fear of rejection. So they say that I have to ignore the fears that I have. The fears that I have is what's blocking me. I don't have a fear of talking to people, and I don't have a fear of asking people to do something. My fear is asking people to do something that will have a direct impact for me. And that's my block. And I know that's my block now. And this weekend was the kick up the butt, really, that I needed to shout at me that was my block. So it says, I have a fear of judgment, and I have a fear of rejection, and these are my limits, and this is what is not letting me move my business forward. So this is what's going to be plastered all over my house now. Stop thinking about my fears, just ignore them and move forward. So this falls into the next point, which I had, was talk to yourself to remind yourself how powerful you are. Don't let your mind talk you out of how powerful you are. Don't let your mind talk you into your fears. Talk to yourself and tell yourself that it's your, which is a bit like your affirmations. Just tell yourself that this is you, this is where you are. We are amazing. The one I really loved was die with memories, not with dreams. Because, we're all going to get to a stage where we have, I wish I had done that. Well, let's not be, I wish I had done that. Let's do it. Why have a wish that we hadn't done something? So then quickly, I'm flying through it. Sorry, I'm just talking so fast. Something that I wrote down and that I circulated again, which I'm going to stick up on my wall, is I am in a business where I can help people, which is what I enjoy doing. So crack on. Why am I faffing about? I enjoy helping people. Every day I find somebody to help in some way, shape or form. So this is what my business is. It's not just helping. I'm not just selling products. I'm helping people with skincare, or I'm helping people find a better way of doing something and a better way to be healthy, or a better way to have an additional income, or a better way to enhance their lives. So it's the same thing. I am in a business where I can help people, which is what I enjoy doing. So I have to keep kicking myself on that. And then finally, really, really quickly, which made me chuckle, and then Gazbon, you've made me chuckle even more. The quote that came out was, you cannot dance and not be happy. So if you know me, I've always got music on. The kitchen in our house, it's always got the radio playing all day. My husband turns off his head, electricity, blah, blah, blah. But I always have the radio on playing all day. And we quite often have spontaneous dances in the kitchen. Now, I could be on my own having a dance in the kitchen, or the kids could be here with me. Andrew might be looking at me, my husband, like I'm bonkers, But that's what we do. I've even had people come over and then suddenly they're dancing in my kitchen. And that's it. You cannot be unhappy and dance. So I think whenever you're just feeling a little bit, turn out that music and go for it. And speed that I have spoken through, I hope that made some sense. And thank you for the opportunity.
That made incredible sense. You really got it all out there. It was wonderful. That was the heart there, Andrea, and you were really making yourself accountable to not just us, but to you, most importantly. And I love that. And can I just say, Danny Wells, huge congratulations. She was a main stage speaker in this international lot. I mean, she only had 6 minutes, guys. For the 6 of you who've done your 10 minutes, Danny had to walk on the stage and she had to do a 6-minute presentation. I mean, it's so mental, but she was incredible and she held the flag high for us lot. She really was world class. So thank you, Danny, for being our hero and our leader, and for being out there and showing others what's possible and how to do things. We are done. I'm going to leave you one quote. So this is, action is in the word attraction. Action, there's a reason action is in the word attraction. Mwah. Nikki Marchant, you're on the 9 p.m. Zoom. Lots of love. Well done. Thank you so much to Leslie, Monica, Simone, Gareth, Lucy, and Andrea. Mwah. Lots of love. Night, everyone.